this is Christine from Horror News Network.
I'm Larry.
I'm Mark.
And today we're going to be talking about trailers from a few upcoming horror movies for 2019. Yep. And we're going to begin with The Lodge with the same folks that brought you Goodnight Mommy.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So what did you think of that trailer?
The trailer was magnificent. It definitely shows that the setting and the atmosphere is something that, as a viewer, we're familiar with movies like The Shining.
Yep.
And
cold stuff like that is kind of scary. You see snow and you see like
isolation in the back of your mind.
Yeah, that's kind of Goodnight Mommy. The same. Yeah. It wasn't snow, but they were isolated. They were definitely, because the female character, the mommy, was a celebrity, so she had a beautiful house, but it was out in a very isolated thing. So it seems like the directors, Franz and Fiala. Oh, look at that. Veronica, Franz, and Severin Fiala, the same team that did Goodnight Mommy, also doing this. They seem to really be into the isolation type thing.
And it seems interesting as well that they really take it from the kids' perspective.
Yeah.
And that they are focusing on what these two kids are dealing with in this situation with someone who they may or may not be able to trust.
Right.
And it's interesting too that, this is the creator's first American film, as far as I know.
I think so.
And they are going to be bringing it to, an audience who might not have seen Goodnight Mommy because it wasn't a wide release in the United States, but if they go back and watch, they'll definitely see a similar feel just from the trailer.
Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely would check it out based on Goodnight Mommy, but I like the trailer. It seems to have... It hints at that the film's going to have many different layers. It's not going to be a flat story. And I always like a good story.
Yeah.
And
you've got name recognition. You got the kid who plays Bill Denborough in It. So you've got, somebody to cling to as somebody that you're familiar with as an actor. And we know he's a talented actor. So.
And speaking of It, that will segue right into...
Look at that.
Segue.
We're all right in.
Right into the trailer for It 2, which I thought was really...
Interesting.
Definitely.
They basically, for that trailer, unless they've released another one that I haven't seen yet, the one I've seen is basically a cut and paste of a scene from the book, but also from the first miniseries, where Beverly goes back to her own home, her old home, and now it says Kirsch on the door, and the old woman greets her, and the old woman is starting to change. And while it mirrors that, the miniseries, you can already see it's a lot scarier than that scene was. And the scene was good in the miniseries, like when she drinks the tea and pulls it back and you can see blood all on her teeth. That was good, but this one seems like the creepiness factor was definitely... And that's what I was nervous about with part 2 was, for me, I love part 1 of the miniseries with the kids. It was part 2 of the miniseries for me. And the performances by those actors... Harry Anderson, rest in peace, not a good job. None of them really, to me, sold their roles. So I'm nervous. While I was nervous about Chapter 2 of It, the movie, I think this trailer makes me feel a little better. Even the little we saw, well, first of all, you got James McAvoy. Who, to me, is one of the best actors in the world today.
Yes. And
you've got a cast of really good actors and actresses there. I'm looking forward to it.
For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it's always kind of, for me at least, like when you see a remake come out that you're kind of like, oh God, what's going to be? But because the first It movie I felt was really well done, I feel like there's a good possibility this will follow suit.
Yeah.
Plus Bill Hader.
Oh yeah.
Bill Hader.
Another great actor.
Big fan of Bill Hader, so.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting to note is that Jessica Chastain is playing Beverly, and she's naturally a redhead.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying because she had worked previously with the director, Andy Muschietti, and his sister, they're a creative team. And they did the movie Mama back in 2013, and she was... the star of that film as well, and everyone had been saying when It Part 1 came out, she's like, wouldn't she be great to get to play Beverly? And lo and behold, she was cast.
Yeah.
And I think what's most important about these movies is that they're on a studio-sized budget.
Oh yeah.
And the effects and the scenery and just everything that they're able to create with it was something they couldn't do with the miniseries, even though the miniseries at the time was just Tim Curry was just like, you can't. I mean, I like Bill Skarsgård. I definitely do. I just think the way that Tim Curry was able to encompass Pennywise was, just legendary in itself.
Tim Curry is iconic. There's no getting around that. I mean, he's a legend. But I have to say, I was surprised and I was very excited to see what Bill Skarsgård did with Pennywise. I mean, because he didn't try to mimic. He didn't try to repeat it. He did something totally different.
He did what Heath Ledger did with the Joker.
Exactly.
He didn't say, well, let me look at Jack Nicholson and do that. He said, let me do something completely different.
Look at Cesar Romero.
Right. He did something completely different, which is what Bill Skarsgård did with the Pennywise character.
It was also a matter of, in addition to the size budget with the effects, but also the amount of content they were able to adapt to, because there were several key parts from the book they weren't able to include in the miniseries, just for budget, for budgetary constraints, but also practicality, because for King fans all know all the cosmic beings and everything, and the macroverse and everything that goes with it was, they weren't going to be able to show that in an early 90s film. But now they have the filmmaking technology to do that. And everything they're talking about is, there's key scenes, I won't give away, that it sounds like they're going to include in this one that they couldn't do the first time around. So that in and of itself is...
So it sounds like we're all looking forward to
that. Yeah.
Definitely. What was the third one that we looked at?
Crawl,
which is by whom? Who's that?
That is the same director as the Evil Dead remake from 2013.
Alexander Alejandro AJA.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi is a producer. He's not.
No, isn't it Fede Alvarez?
No, is it Fede Alvarez? Listen, it's by somebody.
Yeah, it's by the same director of Evil Dead 2013 and Don't Breathe.
So, based on the trailer, what you saw, would you pay $10, $12 to see that movie?
No. Based on that trailer, I wouldn't.
That's how I feel.
You saw a Hurricane. That's the one with the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Barry Pepper, who's a good actor, but Saving Private Ryan. And then all of a sudden there's a giant crocodile, and I don't. Maybe I need to see more trailer. Maybe I need to see a second trailer to be
a
convinced.
Featurette. I need to see a featurette.
I need somebody to read me a bedtime story about what the plot of the film is, because if it's just basically a hurricane and the rainwaters rise so high that alligators are pouring into the window, I don't think I'm interested.
Would you say it is Sharknado meets Lake Placid meets
Anaconda,
maybe.
Yep.
I don't know, and those are 3 movies that I wouldn't pay $10 to see in a theater. So
yeah, I get you.
So I mean, maybe I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again.
Similar to Don't Breathe, I'll wait and see.
Which I loved.
Yes, exactly. I'll wait and see what the reviews are, and I'll see maybe it's actually not too bad, because he's a very visionary director. He's good with his style. Is a lot of practical effects, but he's also good with his vision is usually right on point.
I would watch it on Netflix or
Redbox.
Yeah, I'd watch it on something else. But let's lead into the next one, Midsommar.
Oh man,
Sommer. It's summer.
Celtic pagan, however you say summer in that language.
Yes. Somebody else, one of you guys could probably.
Yeah.
We're not too sure. But this one is from
the same director as The Witch and Hereditary.
Okay, so you already know that there's demons, witchcraft involved.
Oh yeah.
Cults. Something.
It seems so colorful and warm and welcoming at first, and then like any other cult movie,
things go downhill. It looks creepy.
They pull you in. They lead you to believe a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
And then
it all goes to hell. And then all of a sudden the girl's face is all puffy and weird looking. Her lips. It looks like she just got the Botox lips. She definitely looks like a Kardashian.
That's collagen.
Collagen.
Botox is when they.
I don't know. She looks like a Kardashian. That's all I know. She's just laying there looking like a Kardashian, and that's either witchcraft or collagen. I'm not sure. These things, I'll tell you, witchcraft, paranormal, cults, especially cult films, scare me.
Yeah, not cult classics, but movies about cults.
Movies about cults scare the crap out of me. Religion as a whole scares the crap out of me. So I'm definitely interested in seeing this one.
For sure. I think that, like, what I'm hoping is not a rehash of a movie like The Wicker Man, because that was,
Right.
Because it looks like it has, like a similar to the way that it's a festival.
Yeah.
Has, like, a Wicker Man vibe to it, the original one.
Right.
Not the...
Not the...
I get burned! I get burned! I get burned!
So you're taking it back
Nicolas
to the old... Donald Sutherland?
That was...
Was he in
No, it was Christopher Lee who was in it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
I think...
No, you're right. I'm spacing. It's late.
It's all right.
It's late, folks.
But it definitely seems like they have an idea, like a really good idea for what they're gonna do with this, with this film.
Yeah.
And they're probably gonna show more in a second trailer. The kickoff was just like an introduction to it, because they always, with any trailer, they always have like the introduction that's usually more slow paced, and then as it gets to the middle to the end, it's very fast. So you see quick shots of certain things, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, what the heck was that?
A lot of sound.
Yep.
A lot of sound.
A lot of fast music. And then it usually has like a kicker at the end that's like, oh my god, I want to see this now.
Right, and the kicker was the Kardashian face.
Oh my god.
What did you think of it?
It draws you in.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's going to be a little bit cultish.
Yeah.
Obviously when something's a horror film and it starts out, oh, we're going around the maypole. It's not that. We're not going around the maypole. We're not celebrating any kind of holiday today. This is going to be, dark. This isn't going to be, and you can refer to it as, it's not even pagan. This is something that's dark. It's
but they're playing it, everybody's in white.
Right.
So, they're trying to make you feel, they're trying to make the characters at least feel that, this is all good and all
right, because it's not, they're not dressed in all black, right? But
with like goat face masks.
Oh yeah,
exactly. So this is what I like about it, because it's almost like listening to a song that's all happy and pop, but the lyrics are very dark, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I kind of figure this movie is kind of. It's kind of like listening to 10,000 Maniacs circa 1989.
Oh.
1990.
No, you can definitely tell this is the director's flair.
Yeah.
With the style of the way The Witch was with the characters in that film about not necessarily the Pilgrims, but like colonial times or settlers, and Hereditary with just the grim tale of a family dealing with death and the morbid to begin with, but then you find out other details like what the grandmother was involved with and how they were plotting something involving the grandkids. I mean, just the thought of it is just terrible. So
sounds like we got a couple good movies that we're all interested in seeing.
Yeah, and I think you'll probably hear and see more of us talking about them once we actually see them. We can give our thoughts on them then. So
maybe we'll have to see the alligator movie.
I don't know.
Might.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Apologies. I don't know if I can do it.
No alligator NATO? Alligator...
Gator NATO.
Gator NATO?
Gator NATO.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Apologies to the writer and director. I'm sure it's better than we're making it out.
It probably will be.
To be. And maybe, who knows, maybe the next trailer will say, hey, maybe this is... Maybe not. Who knows?
We'll see.
I don't know.
So, thank you, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.